Hi, I'm Lisa.
I'm Keith.
Friends drinking beer.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is a weird thing where we normally film on Friday nights, and what's today? Tuesday, which means I might be a little draggy tomorrow when I go see Mom. So a rare weeknight drinking session, which we will survive, I'm sure.
In May. You got to do what you got to do.
Here's the view of our backyard. Front yard.
Big yard.
And my hair's a mess, which is why I'm wearing my Pelican swag. So Pelican Brewing swag, because I was wearing a hat while we were just playing golf, and it was bad. Did you line these up by...
I did by ABV.
ABV, is this the lightest?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, we're starting at 5.7. All right. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Glasses making all kinds of noise. All right, so what are we drinking, Mr. Keith?
So this is Event Bite. Get it? And this is from a brewery out of LeGrand. And the significance of this beer is that neither Lisa and I have had it before.
Okay. True.
So
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Oregon beer. And once I tell Lisa about this, she's like, you got to bring the others. The person who designed the beer can, if you've seen some of our other shows, we've had some like really creative designs, actually worked for the brewery. I don't know what you call her. Do people still use the term barmaids, waitress? No. Is that outdated?
Bar staff.
Bar staff.
Bartender.
Right.
It smells lovely.
But she is the artist behind that, so it's not some random artist. Actually worked for there. And cheers. And if you've never been to this brewery, you should go if you happen to be in, downtown LeGrand.
Wow.
Because they have a special fire truck room with old school fighter paraphernalia.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's a red ale, evening bite. Yeah, it's a beautiful color.
Yeah.
And it smells heavier than it tastes. Like you think you're going to get a pretty heavy, but no.
Yeah, it almost looks like an amber or a Belgian
so
quad,
it's
but
Side Brewing, evening bite, and that beautiful fish. It is a gorgeous piece of artwork. All right. Brewed in LeGrand, crystal malted rye, northern brewer hops, and traditional brewing techniques allow this beer to become its own under a shelter of observation and experimentation. The Evening Bite Red Ale displays the complete joy of brewing from grain to glass. Oh, I like that. So Side A Brewing, not Side Brewing, Side A. All right. That little flaming is an A, their logo, which I just thought was a beautiful flame. All right, so there we go. We'll get you. Oh, we'll tilt it up this way. Here, so you can see.
I think that's pretty well.
Enjoy the box and the can. So, how you been?
Oh, not bad. How about you?
Busy. Is it
me or did April just fly by?
April just went.
April's like a week. May. Just like, wow.
I know. And, it's Memorial Day next weekend, and I'm sure you're out of town, right? Where are you and Tina going?
There's a couple different destinations, places I haven't been before. So, if nobody could find me.
Well.
Yeah, like Steens Mountain. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of it, and don't ask me to point it out.
Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of Central Oregon. And then Crane Hot Springs.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. Yeah.
And then Bend, which I know where that's at.
I know where Bend is as well. And we decided last night that on Sunday, the night before Memorial Day...
You're converting to Islam.
Sure.
I was just guessing.
Can I be a Taoist instead? I prefer Taoism.
It's legal.
Sunday night, we're going to do marshmallow night out here.
Okay.
Which you can see out underneath the tree. I've started putting the bricks out for where the nude patio table location is.
Oh, so it's going to be fancy.
Yeah, it's going to be very fancy. And Andrea, friend of the pod here, is going to bring more of her glasses, and she found really cute shot glasses, so we can etch them and make designs. And so that's a project if somebody wants to be here Sunday afternoon. And then Monday,
The holiday.
the holiday itself, we're going to go ahead and do brunch lunch at Beerstein, and they're having a sidewalk sale.
Sidewalk sale of beer? Or just
Probably not. Probably all the stuff in between, the associated.
Like swag?
Swag stuff, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But who knows? They might have a beer sale.
I would.
Oh, and last night, so Beerstein's coolers have all that stuff up on top.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop Dogg's been sitting up there for years, and with the bicycle, and because that's a fat tire, and a bunch of stuff. Well, they've added some new stuff lately, and there is an inflatable delirium pink elephant.
What?
Yes, I know, and now I need.
Is that going to be
the
part
delirium of this? I don't know, but I still want to steal it.
You might have to talk him in.
Oh, so
that's for sale, right? No, it's not for sale. So how much is it?
Everything's for sale.
It's not for sale. For what price? Hypothetically, if you were to sell it.
Oh, I know. So I need to, because can you imagine? I mean, Pikachu's lovely, but the delirium pink
Pikachu needs a friend.
Delirium pink elephant.
The elephant, that's right.
So those were the Memorial Day plans that we just kind of created out of, so we'll do marshmallow night here, and then anybody who wants to spend the night, fantastic, and then we'll meet at Beerstein for lunch on Monday, and
that's a good holiday
because I don't have enough barware. I need more barware.
That's right. There's still room for more glasses.
Bit of a barware kick. I know there's always room for more glasses. So anyway,
hopefully the weather cooperates.
Oh yeah, it should be fine. I love this weather. It's been raining here, nowhere near as much as they said it was. They were saying it was going to be half an inch, and
I would love to have kind of a dry spring for Oregon, which sounds weird. I mean, it's still green, it's still beautiful, things are blooming. But
I usually start watering in May in the blueberry field, and I did. I started watering the first week of May, but I held off on Friday and Saturday, and it was hot. I was like, I should water. And then finally the rain came yesterday and today. So it's been nice. And oh my gosh.
Blueberries look good.
Blueberries are insane. We were down there today digging out blackberry because even though we've dug the blackberry out of that row, it still comes back, and you just got to keep. And it takes about 2 years before then, every once in a while you have to go dig something out. But no, it's going to be pretty
delicious, but invasive.
I know.
Like some people,
All right. So we were, the weather's been nice. It's cool, but great. And this is going to be amazing for all the fruit.
Be a bumper crop.
Oh, it already is.
What else you got going besides blueberries?
Well, last year we had literally 0 pears, Asian or Basque. This year, all of my fruit trees are very old, but one of them is very small, and I know it's a pear tree. It's 7 years. Maybe I've seen 2 pears on that tree today.
Loaded.
And it's only about this big. Because it's such a tiny little tree.
It's full of
and
fruit.
It's in the driest part of the orchard, so it really, but all the pears, Asian, Basque. The cherry trees are totally loaded. The plums are,
bursting.
I have to go shake the branches. I can't do it yet because they're still, too tight, but I'm going to have to shake those plum tree branches because they're just going to break with all the weight of the plums. And the apples are even starting, but the apples don't come in until September, October. So they're little tiny. It's so cute. And it's going to be, we're going to have a massive crop.
I don't think I've met a pear that I haven't liked. Bosque I like to put on salads.
Oh my gosh.
But
and
Asian pear, I'll just eat an Asian pear.
Mine are, some of them can be as big as my hand.
Really?
They're so big in good years. Last year, 0. Like I maybe got 3 pears total. It was really bad. And then 2020 was terrible because all the fruit died on the winds blew it off because of the fire.
Because of fire, right?
So, and I just really haven't had an amazingly good crop since 2019. So, it's been like the plums have been okay, and the pears, things have been okay, and the apples are pretty robust. Like they'll come in every time, but no, this is the first year in about 4 years where everything is, oh my gosh, it's
Sweet.
Exploding. It's so amazing, and we.
What do you do besides like jar your pears? Like, do you have a thing that you like with your pears?
No, well, I dehydrate them.
Okay.
Make dehydrated pears, and Jolene bought a freeze dryer. So she wants to freeze dry blueberries, which are great, and freeze dried raspberries are amazing. I don't know if you can freeze dry pears. They might have too much water. I don't know, but if she wants to freeze dry a pear, I'll try it.
Yeah.
And
trail mix with pears.
Right, I know.
For freeze dry.
So, but yeah, mostly dehydrating pears. Pear butter is amazing. You just stick it in the crock pot and just let it go low and slow for 12 hours, and then it just turns that beautiful golden caramelly color. Oh, and what do I add? I add a little sugar, to give it that caramel flavor. So, but I haven't canned anything in a couple of years because I had so much of it and nobody was eating it, so I stopped really canning. But pear butter, I would, even if I just do it as like I don't water bath it, just cook it and
not
stick it in the fridge.
Not getting tortured.
Waterboarding. And then just, tell people they have to use it within a couple of weeks. But oh my gosh,
I'll do it.
So good.
Put some pear butter on some toast.
It's so good.
Or on a waffle. Think about that.
And I like it as a dip. You can dip any other fruit into it. I love it. So good.
Sweet. And if you've never had pear from somebody who's grown it, it is infinitely better than any pear that you're going to get in a grocery store.
Oh,
yes.
It
just is.
Yeah. And who was I talking to the other day? We had friends that came through from the Bay Area, and she knows somebody who, some family member who collects apples. And so I was sure, send them my way, because I have no idea what kind of apples I have.
Oh, you don't
and
know
it would be fun to know what type of apples I have. I don't think they're anything exotic or crazy.
As long as they taste like an apple.
Yeah, but my little red ones that I just love because they're no bigger than a tennis ball, and they're so white on the inside and this beautiful red, and they're crisp. But I don't know what they are. They're like nothing, because we only get 4 kinds in the grocery store. Right. So, and there's hundreds. So I have no idea, but it would be nice to put a name to that apple because I really like that apple.
Well, somewhere somebody can identify them. Fun fact about apples is there's some breeds of apples that it's not like the same apple. Like, I'm gonna buy in this delicious. Like, it doesn't taste very good, but still makes like killer cider.
Yes, yeah, and there's cider. Baking apples, eating apples, cider apples. Yeah,
right.
And I have a book in my bookcase over there with my 85 other cookbooks about how to make cider. I don't know if I ever will.
I've been told it's easier to make than beer. So,
but we press, right? And that's we press it and then freeze it and defrost it and just drink it. Merlin and I seem to be the only people who like it though, because we drink all the apple juice or all. Because I think once you press it, it's cider, and then when you strain it and pasteurize it, then it's juice, or I don't know. There's some way, but who cares? We just drink what we press, and the two of us will sit there and drink it all.
It means it's good.
It's so good, but nobody else likes it, or nobody else asks for it. They're like, yeah, whatever. It's like, okay, I'll drink it all myself.
Snobs.
They don't know how good it is, and I'll even make it. I'll heat it up. At Thanksgiving, I'll save a gallon of it and heat it up, and throw in spices and a whole bit. I'm the only one drinking it. No one will drink it. Like,
do you put a little nutmeg in it?
Oh yeah, I put allspice, nutmeg, a cinnamon stick, real cinnamon stick, not the fake shit. All right. Oh my gosh, you drink. Go. Pick your next one. What's the next one?
Okay, so this is the Dream Patch Fruited Sour with cherry, blueberry, and raspberry. 6.5% ABV. Speaking of fruits.
Yeah. This is the Ommegang, which we drank the cute little blue and yellow can with the gnomes, depending on how, if you're like my sister or not. And we really liked it. It was that holiday spice one that they made. And so I saw this, and you'll have to remind me where Ommegang brews, because it's lovely, and I would really like to visit them.
Where are they from? Ommegang series. Leafman's. Oh, Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, well, next time I'm in Missouri. The color is beautiful. Look at that. It's so cute. It's very berry looking.
Oh! Check that. I should have kept reading. This is very tiny print. This is the lower part of my glasses that this requires. It's actually Belgian, and it's distributed through Kansas City and also Cooperstown, New York.
Okay,
so yeah, so it's Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah, so it's Belgium.
Oh man, it's really fun.
Ooh, that's red. Can you see how red this is? This is
know,
really
it's
red.
crazy. It smells soury.
Fruited sour.
Oh, I like that.
I don't even know how to describe that.
Oh, wow. It's not really sharp. It's not really like puckery sour. But
no, it's more like tart.
Yeah, it's got a nice little hint.
But it's real...
Cherry berries here to stay. Proof that dreams do come true. Bright cherries, tart raspberries, and sweet blueberries balance out the assertive sour nature of this beer. It pours rosy red with a light spritzy body and subtle bitterness. Brewed with the sour gurus of Belgium, Leafman's. Never-ending berry dreams. Brewed in partnership with Leafman's. Liefmans.
So if I didn't know, and somebody goes, just try this beer, my guess would be like, oh, it's obviously farmhouse. I get some tartness. Maybe it's berry-based or something like this. But those people who go like, I don't like beer. I prefer like wine and hard cider. This could convert them. This is nice. I get raspberry dominating.
Yeah. I really.
All those berries, I get raspberry, which I like it because I love raspberries.
Raspberries are amazing, but yeah, it's also cherry. Blueberry is hard. Blueberry is really, really hard to get that, because it's never to me a dominant flavor.
No, there's like other things that can like take over blueberry, like chocolate.
So
I think blueberry's stronger than maybe vanilla or something.
So Mom moved.
How'd the move go?
The move went well. The movers commented on how many chairs Mom had. And,
like this is a lot of chairs.
And Mom downsized. Like she did, and she did good. But yes, a few too many chairs. So, my aunt has been down, at Mom's place, and they've, moved things around a bit, and, Mom's settling in, figuring out how she wants things. So came to the decision, okay, these are the chairs that need to go. So those two tan chairs over there, Mom said, okay. Initially, she was, I'll keep one. Well, that's kind of silly to break up the pair.
Don't break up the pair.
So I said, well, I'll take them. And initially, I was going to put them in our library and make a little seating area in there because I have one chair in there. And, it'd be nice if, But Brent unloaded them and brought them in the front door rather than bringing them around through the garage. So they're sitting right here in the entryway. And when he left yesterday to go play disc golf, I saw them and I said, okay, it's time.
They can go
because where we're sitting now is where my big brown couch was, because you can't see it. It's over there. You have seen it in all the previous videos. My Christmas tree is still up. And as you all know, it's staying up. It is, if you want to bring me ornaments from other seasons, I'm willing to turn it into any kind of seasonal tree
4th of July tree.
Yes, spring tree, summer tree.
Eventually the Halloween tree.
Yeah, well, I already have Halloween tree,
has.
well, because it's so sweet and beautiful and pretty, so it's just gonna stay up. But that being said, the couch, and then I had this end table that was just kind of randomly in the middle of the room.
Was it feng shui?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't functional. Functional and feng shui, So that couch got moved into the TV room, and it's in front of the fireplace, but facing the TV so people can sit and watch TV. And Wolf, Brent, he was so cute. He said, "This is a seasonal setup, right?"
Like it's not going to stay like this.
Because it's blocking the fireplace, which we're not going to use for the next 6 months. So yes, of course, when we start using the fireplace again, we'll flip the couch around. I'll rearrange. I'll take the tree. I don't know. I have to drink. Oh my gosh, it's so good though. I want to savor it.
It is. It's like I said, it's good.
It is. I really like this. I might have to go back and buy more because it's a series, so there's probably not going to be that many of them. Anyway, but this table, which we always sit at, was in the center of the room, and now it's back here, which I kind of like because now it's out of the way.
The room is open.
A little seating area with Mom's chairs in the center of the room.
Yeah, we did have a couple episodes where we would be filming and then somebody would be walking by. Don't have to worry about that unless somebody creeps by the window.
Yeah. I know. I miss Mouse walking behind us and laying down, but that's okay. Mouse is doing fine. She went to the vet the other day and got a clean bill of health. She last time we took her in, the vet said, "Well, I have to have a conversation that I don't normally have to have. Your dog needs to gain weight."
What? No.
Yeah. So, but now this time they said, "Oh, well, okay. She gained about 3 pounds too much. So now she needs to go."
Poor Mouse.
She got her. She's carrying her winter weight, so we have to get her back down. But she's fine. And
longer walks.
They love her. Everybody was, oh my gosh. And then they tell me my dog needs to lose weight. What do? Feed her so many treats. So many treats.
Because she's a good dog.
She's a very good dog, as you all know. But she's doing great, and she's we always bet on how many times she's going to tip the cart over when she's out playing disc golf because she's leashed to a cart. And she's been really good lately. Although yesterday, apparently, she tipped the cart over twice before they even teed off.
Did she see a squirrel?
I don't think so. It's lizard season now. So she'll
go after a lizard?
She hunts. Oh, she loves hunting lizards. They move. So that's why she hunts them, right? They move. So
they probably taste like red vines.
Why? Oh my gosh! To the people that like red vines, I'm so sorry. Now you're going to eat them and think that they taste like lizard.
That's right. Is this what lizard tastes like? Now you're going to think.
Oh my gosh! Now, have you been here since we had all the work done?
No, this is the first time.
So I don't know if when you drove in, did you see that?
Oh, it looks good.
We have no juniper left anymore. And Merlin and I spent 2 hours, 3 hours for it. However, we spent basically all taking out 2 of those bushes. And we didn't take them out. We just cut them down and left the big stump. Rick did that in less than an hour. Maybe less than half an hour.
Excavator machine.
Oh my gosh, that excavator. What was taking all the time was I had our Tundra backed up and he was loading all of the juniper branches into the Tundra and I was driving them down to the burn piles and then the guys were helping me unload. That took longer than it took Rick to tear everything out. He's sitting there waiting for me to drive back.
For the right job.
Oh, it's so amazing. And then before you leave, I'll take you up behind the property. He totally leveled what we call Pirate Island and he created the island because I had dug out a little trench. So he dug the trench. And then we had a bunch of erosion behind the house so that we can no longer drive the mower behind the backyard fence. He rebuilt all that. He pushed it up and I know.
Did he do anything with this part down here by the pond that was kind of overflowing and kind of?
No, but we know what we need to do there. But he did flatten that area where the picnic table is going to be, like he did for the fire pit. He did the same thing there. And then between the ponds and what we call the swamp, he dug a big French drain.
So that'll help the whole
that whole area back there on the two fairways will hopefully be less swampy during the wet season. Oh, and back to what you were saying about rain. Oregon is only supposed to be dry 2 months a year. We should have no rain in July and August. We should have rain 10 months a year.
Doesn't hurt my feelings when we get 3 months without rain, though, I'll tell you that.
But we're supposed to only have 2 months with no rain because this is the Pacific Northwest. It's foggy, it's misty, it's rainy, it's damp, it's wet, it's mushrooms, moss, redwoods, the whole bit. So the fact that we have for years now where maybe it's only raining 6 months out of the year instead of 10.
Well, more than that.
Bad.
If it were only
rain in May
raining
is
then,
amazing.
the golf season would be longer.
Great.
Yeah, last year it was like the very first week of June. It was like got up to be like 80. I remember that, and everybody was freaking out, going like, "Oh my god, it's going to be like the hottest, driest summer." But it didn't even know.
Well, here it did, but Eastern Oregon. Oh my gosh, poor Eastern Oregon. Our heart goes out to you with all those. They had so many fires last year.
They're basically backed up to Idaho, which is also dry.
I know. Well, Oregon is so right because it's two different places with the Cascades in the center, right? So here's the coastal range, then these big valleys with all these big rains, and then we have the huge mountains, and then the high desert, which is crazy, which is Bend and beyond. LeGrand, like our first beer. Yeah, it's just nuts how much snow they get compared to we get. We freak out when it's dusting.
Right.
Meanwhile, I'm talking to Zoe, and she said, "Yeah, we're digging out 3 feet." And I said, "Oh, so sorry. We just it melted by 10 a.m." All right, I am really, really liking Ommegang beers. Anytime you see an Ommegang beer, buy it because we're there 2 for 2 right now. Everyone, both that we've picked, I've loved. So yeah. So when we go to Belgium, I guess we're going to need to take a break from Delirium and go find Ommegang.
We can do it we'll do a little route. We'll be in Belgium. There's like a ton of good beers. I love Belgian beers.
Cross your fingers. I'm going to New York in September.
You and Karen, or for a different reason?
Oh my gosh, that was a great beer. Yum yum yum. Our niece is going to be in New York, and our brother, so it would be nice. It'll be nice to see both of them. And so that's the plan. But nothing's been purchased.
It's just the planning stage.
It's just in the planning stage. Okay, this beer is a rarity. And I'm going to pour it like we're going to like it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, the worst that can happen is that we'll dump it out, right? So we'll just blah, and go get some more. Okay, so as everybody knows, who is a Friends Drinking of Beer, friend of the pod, Keith and I, my hat's doing weird shit. Neither one of us are big IPA fans. But that being said, oh my gosh, look at this awesome artwork. So
and we've had Wayfinder before.
Okay, and I can smell the green. So yes, Wayfinder, which is another Oregon brewery. Portland. This is an experimental IPA called Midnight Rider.
Do you want to be experimented on?
Yeah. Forged in Chaos, Experimental IPA Volume 4 erupts with vibrant aromas of white grapefruit, and gummy bears. And that is the reason why I bought this beer. Because
it sounds delicious.
Gummy bears, right? Come on. I want to taste a gummy bear. It's claim 52, right? Just the Powered by a bold fusion of, oh my God, Hallertau, Hallertau, Blanc, Citra Cryo, HBC 989, and Nelson hops. 7.1%. Okay, and this is the other reason why I bought this beer. Brewed in Portland by Wayfinder Beer. Stalk us, and it has all their socials. Save the Earth. It's the only planet we have with beer, which I thought was so sweet and darling and so true. All right, here we go. Instructions. 1, open. 2,
done.
Drink. All right, so here we go. Wayfinder's Experimental IPA.
It's not bad.
It's not.
Yeah, you see that pause? Like we're all waiting, waiting for that bitterness kick. Like
we're waiting for it to be awful.
It never happened.
No, and it's not a hazy. So, but it's it's not a super bitter triple IPA.
So the Wayfinder we had before was what we call it? It was a like iced IPA.
Oh, I vaguely remember.
Or like something frozen. Well, now we got to go look it up again. But anyway, but some sort of like, we're like, okay, what does that mean? But it's like, it's I almost said distilled. It's not distilled, but like, when it's made at such a really, really cold temperature, which they typically only do with lagers, but they did it with an IPA, and it was good.
Vaguely familiar.
Yeah, but it was good too. But this is the same thing. That's what I was actually listening to you when you're reading, going like, okay, it's a different one.
I feel so honored. He listened.
It says like experimental IPA, but I'm just like, okay, it never mentioned cold, but this is good.
It does taste like a cold brewed where there's no.
But when you smelled it, it smelled like the typically overly bitter.
Green. It smells so green to me, and that's what
Wayfinder's just good. That's the thing. Wayfinder's just good. So you can trust an IPA from Wayfinder.
And then
at least the two that we've had.
Young person, everybody's young compared to me, so I don't feel bad saying that. The young person who was manning the cash register said, we were talking about the different beers and why I was buying them, and they said Wayfinder, their IPAs aren't what they're known for.
Really?
They're known for their other beers, and so I said, well, I'm not an IPA fan, but I'm willing to try. I have to burp.
Nice.
And I'm really.
So we've got 2 IPAs from Wayfinder, which they're not known for. This one's experimental, and it's good. And
the other IPA that was in the cold case, but I did not buy, was Dogfish Head 90 Minute. Because we've already done and drank Dogfish Head 90 Minute.
No, 120, but which was delicious.
120 is what we need. I don't think we drank 90 Minute on here. We didn't drink 120.
No, we did 120.
Did we do 120? Because I've had 90, good. And that was. And
120 is delicious. Okay. That's actually the best IPA that I've ever had in my life. And of course, you can't get it all the time.
No, because they don't.
So, yeah. So you said, I think you said on an episode like, well, now I want to try the 90 and the 60. I'm like, well, you can always find those in the store.
Not always, because I've never seen 60. But yes, so maybe what I should do is go buy that 90, hang on to it, and then if we find the 60, because I would love to on here do the 60, 90, and 120 and see what the differences is between the 3.
Well, the difference is the other ones suck. That's the difference. The best one you're deprived of and you rarely get it, so you just savor it and you love it. But like the one, we can find that next week, you're like,
okay, this is a rarity. I am pouring more IPA into my glass because I like this. This is great.
That's good.
Karen, go buy Midnight Rider IPA by Wayfinder. I think you'll like it too. It's very light as far as IPAs go. So.
Yeah, if somebody just like did a blind tasting, I would say that it would be what's the term they use? Not imperial.
Oh God,
like a hazy pale.
But yeah, it's
or
not a
West
hazy.
Coast. Well, they're calling them. They're not IPAs, but they're more bitter, like close to like a baby IPA. They're starting to do that with pale ales, and it does the like
Baby IPAs.
well, no, it's like because most people like pale ale, like a pilsner, like oh that's not even really a beer. That's like Coors Light. I'm not going to drink that, so they don't like it, even though it's craft beer. But then they make it they make it the it isn't hazy. It's something else. It's like a little say like a West Coast pale or something. People are like, wait a minute, West Coast IPA? No, and then you would smell it. You could smell it, going like, are you sure this is an IPA?
I know.
And then you drink it and go like,
every
oh, it's
IPA
pretty good.
has what I call the green smell. I don't know what I'm smelling, but to me it's green.
Does this have a IBU on it?
Yeah, it's 7.1.
No.
No, that's ABV. Sorry, I don't know what IBUs are.
Experimental IPA.
I know what they are, but I don't know what that one is. Oh, and look at the cute little skull. Oh, it tells you what glass to drink out of.
But not a skull.
And no, the skull is checked. It's the only one you should drink.
So you can drink this out of the skull of your enemies. Be
that
like
you
delicious.
killed on the battlefield.
5 cents. Mysteriously delicious. Yeah, that's how we found it.
Well, I found it because of the artwork. I don't think the artist is, because we always like to call out the artist. They do such good work. And
we'll have to look it up.
I judge the beer by its cover because of the artwork.
IBUs. Because like most IPAs are at least 60. And then when you get up
but this
into
one
like
just
double
is
IPAs.
This one's going down.
They get up to 80, and then triple IPAs.
Oh, sorry.
Triple IPAs are like 100.
The artwork is called out. I just saw it. Art at Orion must be destroyed. At Orion must be destroyed.
Oh, that's their little website.
That's sweet. So yeah, go to Orion must be destroyed if you like this artwork. I really love it. I love that it's the horse has a unicorn horn, but it's not a pretty unicorn. Rainbows aren't flying out of the butt of this unicorn.
Be a dangerous unicorn.
I know. So anyway, well, way to go, Wayfinder. I'm liking this.
You ever get the feeling with as much as like the beers are getting like artsy that like people are like, I'm gonna keep that and like make a mosaic of like all the really cool artsy beers. Like I feel like somebody's gonna do that.
Well, somebody already has. What is?
Oh no! I just invented it.
No. I can't remember. It's in downtown Eugene. It's across the street from Five Guys.
The Kiba?
No. Kiba. That's too. That's farther south. It's right by where you go. You get back on the freeway.
Is that Brent and Ginny's place? That tap
Brent
house?
and Ginny, do you have a place?
No, it's like the one with all the taps on the walls and the big cooler. Yeah. Well, you guys have been there. I've just driven past it.
I know, but he's done that.
See, that's why I gotta go.
Ceiling, every wall is covered with beer cans, bottles, and it's everything that he has. He drank everything that's on the walls, but there we go. The entire bar is covered in the artwork. And the artwork is the containers.
See, that's a good idea. Are they ever going to get food in there?
No, but because there's no space for a kitchen. But
they need to get a food truck. Cause
Five Guys is right across the street. You can have anything delivered there. And
that's a lot of traffic, though. It'd be like humans doing the Frogger thing just to get to food.
Yes and no, because that was my objection as well. And the issue is they're in that tiny little strip mall area.
Yeah.
Everything else closes. So the entire parking lot is open
for people who want to go there.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, we had no problem parking, and there was a table with 6 people gaming. The bar was full. So we weren't the only people there, and the parking lot was fine. Everybody, because that's me. Oh, sorry. I am a suburbia babe. I do not want to pay for parking. I will walk 6 to 10 blocks to not pay for parking because sadly downtown Eugene has meters. And
why on the weekend? That's just
I know, it's
ridiculous.
just
Do a Monday
dumb.
through Friday, not on
Just
the weekend.
dumb. So, but Karen, hi sis, she said, don't say no to this place out of hand because of parking. So we didn't, and we went, and it's great. And we should go back because they always have, really interesting beers on tap. And
Okay.
and the owner, whose name I don't know, I'm so sorry. I met him because he was at Ilsong.
Okay.
Karen and I went to Ilsong one afternoon.
So
and a bunch of motorcycles showed up, and they all sat down, and Matt, one of the owners of Ilsong, hosted them basically, and they came over and talked to us, and because they realized we knew Matt, and we knew pretty much what they were drinking, and the owner of we still can't know the name of the place.
I know it's a catchy
he looks
name,
like Penn Jillette. He is super tall. He has long hair. He looks like Penn Jillette.
Like beer. I think beer is in it.
Yeah, beers on tap or beer. Yeah. Anyway, so sorry. We've been there and we've talked about it before. And
no, you've been there. I haven't been there. I've driven past it.
Oh, honey.
I know. That's why everybody raved about it. I gotta go.
What Monday night are you available?
Monday after payday.
Okay. No, let's do it. We'll go there the Monday that you can make it.
Okay.
Oh, it's fine. And then last time we were there, well, I've been there a couple of times because Brent and I went to a disc golf event there as well. But the time that I was there with the Beer Babes, I ordered on my phone, and Merlin ran across the street and picked everything up from Five Guys.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna.
So it
you can
totally
do
works.
Five Guys. We're gonna order out and do it. Nice.
Yeah, and
one
thing I love beyond all measure with Five Guys is they give you so many fries.
Why do people each order their own order of fries? One person order fries and two people can split it and everybody's satisfied.
No, we all need to order our own fries because then there's plenty for everybody. I'll eat all the fries. I want more. I know. And
you're probably skipping meals just before you get to those fries.
I know. Because
there's a lot.
I know. There's a lot of fries, but oh my gosh, I love them so much. Yeah. No. Don't eat my fries. Get your own order, and I'll eat half of yours.
You know what I like about Five Guys is they have, most people expect ketchup, but they have a bunch of bottles of malt vinegar.
I haven't.
So it's like the whole fish and chips
thing. The whole malt vinegar thing. What I want is fry sauce, which is ketchup, mayonnaise,
how do people not
and
have
a tiny little bit?
How do people not have fry sauce in the 21st century? Everybody should have it. We have 8 different kind of mustards.
Hi, Kelly. Vita Cafe. Fry sauce.
Yeah.
Yay!
How come people don't have fry sauce? It makes no sense.
She makes it. And the first time or second time I ever went to Vita Cafe, she said, do you need anything else? And I was like, can I get a little mayonnaise? And I already had the, ketchup. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, you want fry sauce?
Yeah, she knew that's not what you meant, because you're thinking I'm going to make my own
fry
sauce,
I
which people have to
sauce.
do in a pinch.
I know, totally. No, Kelly makes it.
It's like, you want fry
Kelly
sauce,
and Brian
don't
make
you?
It. Yeah,
right.
It's all good. It's lovely.
We live in a world where you can get Chipotle mayo, but not fry sauce. What's wrong with that?
All right, here we go. This is the big boy. We are at 43 minutes. All right, well, we're doing it. You might have to spend the night after this one. And we're just going to use the same glass because I didn't pull out a fourth glass. Okay.
We didn't think it'd get this far.
We didn't think we would, but my gosh, those beer, every beer has been, we've never tasted any of them before, including this one that I'm pouring now. And they've all been very surprising. All right. Woo. Darkness. Clink so you can drink. Oh, I love that. Clink so you can drink. And what was it? something beer to table. What did they say? Grain to glass. Okay. Clink to drink and beer to, and grain to glass. Okay. So this is Buoy Beer Company in Astoria, Oregon. So once again, local, because we love our local breweries. This is barrel aged Buoy River Barrel Small Batch Series. Oh, the artwork is by Alana Robbie at Alana_tattoos.
She does tattoos.
12.4%, 45 IBUs.
Yeah,
look at that. They say that.
It's a barley wine, right?
Yeah. Okay. So Brewing Can. This is called Love Lost at Sea Barrel Aged Barley Wine Ale, and it's a very tattoo themed artwork. And once again, I know Buoy because their beer is sold all over in Oregon, but I was very intrigued by a barley wine ale. So reach for a Buoy. How cute!
Yeah. I've never heard of them doing. I mean, lots of people are doing the barrel aging, but you see Buoy beer all around here.
Yeah,
but I've never seen anything barrel aged by Buoy.
Yeah. Okay, so whoa.
And so barley wines, you either find people either they love it or they hate it. It's kind of like cilantro in that. Yeah. You love it or you hate it.
Or
yeah.
Delicious.
And so not all barley wines are made the same. And you say well, what makes a bad barley wine? The bad barley wines that I've had almost taste like they've been brewed in a vat of chemical. Yeah. So you almost get a metal taste. It's not very good, but this is not this. They did well.
It smells like, and the other thing is, this is the first barley wine I've seen in a can. Now, not that I've been looking, so I'm sure there are barley wines in a can.
It's legal. But it's good.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That ranks right up there with,
It's almost a hint of, I don't want to say black licorice because there's people that just hate the thought. They're oh, I'm not going to drink it because I hate black licorice, but almost like a hint of if it had Galliano.
Do you think Galliano is licorice flavored?
It smells like black licorice. It tastes delicious.
Because Galliano is neon yellow colored.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And I never associate, because anise is what I associate black licorice with, is because it's the licorice flavor. This smells to me like so much caramel. I'm really liking it because caramel is my favorite flavor in all the world. But it's just this side of light enough to...
It's smooth for 12.4.
So smooth.
It's dangerous.
They've made it as an ale rather than, other barley wines just say barley wine.
Oh, because they want to know the punch.
So I think
punch that you're getting.
They may have cut it a bit, but it's fine because it's so smooth.
Yeah, you wouldn't guess. If you had to guess, you wouldn't guess 12.4 ABV. You wouldn't.
No,
which could get you into trouble.
Yeah, it tastes more like slowly. A 9%.
Right.
Yeah, no. Buoy, you outdid yourselves. This is a great.
Yeah, Buoy.
I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to buy more Ommegang. I'm going to have to buy more Buoy. I might need to buy another
Wayfinder.
Midnight Rider by Wayfinder. This is good too, but I can't buy it at here because I haven't seen it.
Well, all the times you go through LeGrand.
I know. Yes. Well, hello, Zoe. When you're in LeGrand, can you please pick up a shit ton of Side A Brewing beers? These are great. So, wow. Okay.
Yeah, Zoe.
This is gonna knock
she drives
me
around.
Yeah, this one's gonna knock me on my ass.
Well, it's supposed to.
I know. Wow. I am stunned by all four beers. These are really, really good. And the Wayfinder, the IPA, I feel like it was when we opened the 9-year-old.
Yeah. We'll see.
With Rick.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we are bad actors. We're so bad. So if this is bad beer,
yeah. I love how you
we can't
qualify. Like if you see like nasty looks on her face, like
we're so sorry because this is.
We're not going to tough it and like, well, let's just finish it. We're like, no, if this nasty gets down the drain, it's going down the drain.
And that's what I told Keith off camera about the Wayfinder. Once again, neither one of us are big on the IPA profile. So I said, if we pour it and we don't like it and we spit it out, we'll pour another beer. But
off camera,
it was surprising. We said that off camera, but on camera, it was fine.
You just pour out beer.
Oh, damn you! There are times when I have poured a beer out. It's terrible.
Well,
I'm not going to waste. I'm not going to waste my precious taste buds on shitty beer.
That's right. Life is too short.
Life is too short. Okay, do not let me throw these cans away because I have to photograph. I did take a photograph of the 4 beers that I purchased.
Did you see the little tongue out thing? I know. It's good. It's very creative.
No, the Ommegang, whoever's doing the Ommegang artwork. Okay, this is what Keith is talking about. The little tongue out. It's so crazy. And then all the berries. They do such great. I, once again, judged. I didn't judge the Ommegang because I knew I liked Ommegang. But I judged the Midnight Rider and I judged the Buoy because the artwork is great. And every once in a while, you do buy a book by its cover. And sometimes you're disappointed, and sometimes you're not. But these are, we have not been disappointed by the judging of the covers.
When I saw Fruited Sour, though, I thought kind of like the Claim 52, like breakfast, like oh, it's gonna be like a smoothie. But it wasn't. It's still good.
No, it was good, but it has that
farmhouse almost kind of.
It has that potential. Oh, so what was in March when we drank the Shamrock, the green?
Mm-hmm. No, that was a smoothie sour.
Oh my gosh, that was so amazing. We went back
and
we
couldn't get it. Yeah.
So the other thing that I did see yesterday when I was beer shopping was Claim 52 beers. So they did some kind of a lager or something. And the other thing, super sad. I drove by Claim 52 and they're now
they moved.
They're now closed on Mondays. Oh, they moved?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they're closed?
Right.
I had no idea they moved. Where did they move
to? New location.
Where?
Somewhere on Lincoln Street.
Oh, I have to go because I drove by last night and said, "Oh, so
everybody freaked out because they thought they were closed. We're like, no, they're too successful. They just moved."
Okay, I had no idea. I need to get on their email list.
Yeah, so we gotta.
Yeah,
check out
if they're open on Monday,
the new Claim 52
and one of my favorite local beers here in Eugene is Falling Sky, as you all know, because I just tout Falling Sky. Have we tasted Falling Sky here on? Maybe that's what we should do next time.
No, because we keep telling Mike that we're gonna we go to Mike.
I know. Mike's
that's
busy.
The thing. We don't bring Mike's beers here. We go to Mike.
Yeah, we need to go to him. So anyway, they're closed on Mondays, which is. Mondays are traditionally a hard night, and if you're open all weekend, you do need to give your staff a day off. So Monday tends to be the day. But that's what I thought when I drove by Claim 52 yesterday was, oh God, I have to burp again. Why can't you burp? Or why won't you burp?
I hold it inside.
I can't.
Like my rage.
So sorry. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. They're closed.
Yeah, you're like, oh no. No, so, we got a new spot. Which we got to check out.
Yeah, we do. We need to go.
Claim 52 has great beer, but it's also known for, especially Claim 52 Kitchen, having really, really good food.
I know. So I hope the place
so we have to make sure.
Has a kitchen.
Make sure. Yeah, it has.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you went to the what was the other one that opened in Springfield that you guys went to? Like I went there like a week early. So.
Oh, Oakshire.
Yeah, so Oakshire has a new tasting room.
Lovely.
But when I went there, you could see them getting ready because they had like a huge
that
station for making for making pizza.
That
So I
kitchen's
didn't know.
gonna be amazing.
So it wasn't open when you guys went there.
No,
Okay.
they're expecting to open it, I believe, in June. So
Right.
they're working on it. They're getting everything ready.
It
But
looks
yes,
big.
yeah.
But what was cool, and I
what we
asked,
should do is, they're amazing. We could probably film French drinking beer there in it, but we would have to do it in the afternoon,
right?
While it's a little quieter.
Because I went there, I think right after work, and the weather was nice, so everybody was out. This time of year when there's sunny, Oregonians are out and wearing shorts.
I'm getting drunk.
So
sorry.
What? You
drunk?
No.
Me? No. What the hell?
I'm not sure any of the viewers believe it. But anyway, so I went in there, and it still is new. So a lot of people didn't know about it. So there's only 7 people in there and 2 bartenders. So I'm like, okay, I have a chance because I feel bad. I don't want to bother them when they're serving people. I said so I have questions, and they said yeah, the pizza oven the pizza area is gonna be open, yada yada yada. But they go, we're letting people get food, kind of like the Five Guys, and bring it in here. I'm like, oh, I imagine that's gonna stop with the pizza. They go, nope.
No.
So if you get somebody that's oh, I'm gluten intolerant or something like that, or I don't like the crust, or
and
I want pineapples on my pizza, and you choke them. You can bring in other food there, and so it doesn't matter. I mean, it's cool that they'll have their own little pizza thing, but they'll still let people bring in food, and they're open on
Public House is going through some massive changes.
So no more Northwest Burgers.
No more Northwest Burgers. So sadly, Northwest Burgers was amazing, and they had this huge space in downtown.
Fries like you've never had before.
They're so good.
My God.
But the problem was the space was so big, and people weren't flocking to it. So then they shut that space down, and I now think it's reopened, but I don't know what's there. And
it's a cart or whatever that you've never heard before, but I think it's Mexican.
Oh, well, we'll try Mexican. Yeah. But they Mexican go, beyond north of California tends to be shitty.
I know. And then they threw them up, but we're going to have burgers, and everybody's like, please don't.
No, Mexican burgers don't.
Please don't half-ass it when Northwest Burgers, it was their thing. It was their jam.
I know. So then Northwest Burgers moved to this beautiful space, which it's a beer hall, but then it has 5 or 6 food locations, and you can order from each one, or whichever one you want. But yeah, sadly they closed. They shut down, and I don't know. It's hard, right? The restaurant business is hard, but when you get a hamburger patty that's no bigger than a silver dollar.
Yeah, you get more bun than burger.
$20 for it.
Yeah, every burger is $20 now.
So hard. It's so hard, and I
so you can be picky about your burger.
Yeah, I know. So anyway,
we have a couple places here that they specifically do smash burgers, and it's good, and it's made to order. So I'm going to order a burger, and they'll have it ready in 8 minutes. No, they won't. You better do something. You better drink, have a conversation, because it's going to be a while.
Speaking of being a while, what did you do for Mommy's Day?
What did I do? No.
Is your mom alive? I don't even know.
No, she's 4 years since she passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Right, and her birthday is in May, so it's kind of tough for my family.
Wow.
Yeah. So all my siblings like to go do things.
Let's raise a glass to your mama.
Yeah,
Mama,
and
we
on
love
our Mother's
you.
Day, which just happened.
Yeah, sorry that it was tough. So, I absolutely refuse to do anything on Mother's Day. I don't want to take Mom out to brunch. Everybody take.
I love the moms that go I don't want to go do that because it's cliche and everybody doesn't. I want to wait an hour and 45 minutes to eat.
The other thing that my husband and I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. We do not celebrate the majority of holidays because they are.
Because you don't own stock in Hallmark.
Well,
which is
because I don't need
ridiculous.
a day for you to tell me that you love me.
Yeah,
I know you love me every day of the year.
Yeah, let's look on the calendar and see which day we're going to be romantic. Right. So, how cheesy is that?
So I tell my mother I love her every time I talk to her because I do. And I want her to know that. And I want, it's cliche, but if that's the last thing I say to her, fantastic. right? The last thing I said to my mommy was, I love her. And
I should
if
probably
I
tell
die
her
or
mom I
she
love her.
dies, right? Then it was all
Her
good.
mom's pretty cool. We want to get her on here
Oh,
as a
mom's
guest.
great. I know. Yeah, we do need to do that. Mom, tell us what day, and we will come to you.
You can't use
we
the
can
weather.
record in her apartment. It's great.
You got a new spot. You got your
I
kind
know,
of chairs.
it's really fun. You have plenty of chairs. So
she probably like move the camera around. Well, I'll give a tour.
So anyway, I said, Mom, look, I'm down for anything except brunch on Mother's Day. And she said, Mommy, I love you so much. She said, I haven't been to Outback Steakhouse in months.
Let's go to Outback Steakhouse.
So I looked at Outback Steakhouse, and on the weekends,
sure
they open at noon, because during the week, they open at 4. So at 4 o'clock, all the little ladies and little men run in for their blue plate special. So I said, oh, sure, Mom, we can totally go on Saturday. Do you want to do lunch or do you want to do dinner? And she said, and then she chose dinner. Okay. And then...
Did you have a blooming onion?
No, but okay. Back the wagon up a little bit. Okay. So a couple of weeks prior to this, Mom mentioned that she hadn't seen Merlin in a while. So I immediately called Merlin and said, what are you doing this Saturday before Mother's Day? Nothing. Do you want to be Mom's date? Yes. Okay, it's a surprise. Don't tell Mom. So
surprise Merlin.
So Brent is driving. Merlin and I are sitting in the back. We pull up to Mom's place, and she's waiting for us. And Brent went to get out of the car to walk around to open the car door for Mom. No, honey, sit, don't. And because they kind of both went at the same time. So Merlin gets out of the passenger seat, stands in front of Mom. Mom's like,
surprise Merlin.
Surprise. He opens the door for Mom, gets her into the car. So Merlin was Mom's date for Mother's Day.
See, what a pleasant Mother's Day surprise.
Fantastic. It was so fun. Outback Steakhouse is great. They do good food. They now have bloomin' shrimp.
What the hell is a bloomin' shrimp?
I don't like onion.
Right.
Brent doesn't like onion.
Oh, I didn't know you both like
onion. But the spices on the bloomin' onion, that's what they put on the shrimp.
So it's like the best. And this wasn't planned. That was so random.
Oh my gosh!
So you talk about her and something like,
her
I think somebody's talking about me. I'm going to call and see what's up because, old people got to talk. You don't text them. It doesn't work.
Oh, Mom texts. She's good. But anyway, that's hysterical that we're talking about.
You have to tell her about that story.
I know.
We were talking about you. Does she watch all of our episodes?
She does. And what I really
need
to
get
do
feedback,
is I really need to, she needs to invite her new friends over to watch it with her.
See, this is recorded that I said I need to start telling her that I love her. So now she's going to know.
Mom?
Well, we'll be leaving. I'll get a hug. And she'll do like, aren't you supposed to be telling me something?
Oh my gosh. She loves you and your brother. She thinks you and your brother are like the cat's meow.
She'd be like, I watched the series, so you should be saying something now. And I'll be like, what?
Okay, that is not my mom's message, so we'll just get rid of that. Anyway,
so she enjoyed Outback, is what you're saying? She
did. She really enjoyed it.
And I need to go to Outback. I don't think I've been to an Outback since like probably 4 years before the pandemic. So that's a long time.
Well,
I never hated them. It was just a chain thing.
But it's a chain. Yes, there we go.
Because like when you get to a point, and don't judge me on this.
I've never been to the Olive Garden and never.
No, you shouldn't. That's ridiculous.
And
TV
I
dinners are more quality.
Factory under duress. I was
right. You have to be forced to like, okay, I'm going to do this just so I have it.
No, it was a family thing.
You should tell my brother what you thought about Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
But like when you get to a point with chains, like, all right, you know what you get, and some people find that comfortable. But like, I was just like, when I go with friends, I'm like, okay, instead of
you just said like 3 times in less than 2 seconds.
Said what?
Like
it's like this. Like, you know when when you're with friends and you're like,
see, he said like.
She's been drinking. So,
oh my gosh, it is
like you're with people.
12.4%. Hello.
And everybody goes. Instead of ordering entrees, let's just each order like 3 different appetizers. You can make a hell of a meal out of it. So it's like tapas before there were tapas restaurants in Outback Steakhouse.
So Karen and I fundamentally, I love charcuterie, right? I love being able to just pick and choose and eat a little bit of everything. Karen, less than that. She doesn't like it as much.
Because it's a Lunchable on a board. That's why.
But for her birthday in September, which is, Karen, I'm telling, well, she doesn't care. My sister, I turned 60 a year ago. Now, yeah, because, I turned 61 in March. And I'm 18 months older than Karen. So Karen's finally turning 60 this year. There's another burp. Hello. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the beer is making me burp. Anyway. So we're doing a Mexican theme for my sister's birthday.
Sweet.
Michaledas.
Okay.
So.
Does she have a special way that she likes them?
No. She does not. I do.
Okay.
So
you're going to be the bartender for all the drinks. We're going to have
all the flavors of Yarritos soda that we can possibly find.
You better get on top of it because you can't always find tamarind.
Tamarind is a tough one.
You can always find pineapple, the mandarin, and lime. You can always find it. But tamarind, when you find it, you get it.
So if you see tamarind, buy 2 bottles here and there. And
how did I just get an assignment?
Because
I just think I throw out ideas.
Because you're the best.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So why don't I?
But
so why don't we do? When in September? When? What date?
The weekend of the 28th, whatever day the 28th, that's Saturday or Sunday. Hello, we've only been on the text chain about this about 1,000 times. That? Do you not have it in your?
It's within days of my brother's birthday.
Well, then Ken needs to.
They're neighbors.
Join. I know.
You could stand in the back of Karen's yard and throw a rock to Karen's. Hit my brother's house. Yeah. That's how close they are.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, we can combine. And if he wants to make, I don't know what the best Mexican dessert is, but he can figure it out. Make your own dessert.
Make up one.
Bring it.
You could challenge him. You can say, make flan. And he's never made it. It'd probably be the best flan you ever had.
Flan. Oh, my gosh. Yes.
Flan,
okay.
Flan.
So, Yarritos has a website. Yarritos. I call it Yarritos.
Like a gyro? Are you making it Greek? It's Mexican. Jarritos with a J. Like Juan.
Jesus. Okay. Do you know how old I was when I finally realized that Jesus was Jesus?
58.
Younger than that, but okay. All right. So anyway, Jarritos has a website. And on their website, they give you non-alcoholic mixed beverages and alcoholic mixed beverages. So Karen and I are looking at all of these.
I don't know why you wouldn't do a margarita with Jarritos. Think about that. Spicy pineapple Jarrito margarita.
Brent would have a cow. Brent would just die.
But he'd die happy.
No, he wouldn't. He would. Anyway, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the sodas. That's what Jarritos are, is sodas. Why the hell is this calendar thing? Okay. But for the longest time, Brent and I went to this restaurant in Redwood City, and it was South American. Please don't ask me what country. I cannot remember. But they would make the best michaledas.
Okay.
And once upon a time, you used to be able to pick the beer that they would make No, and then eventually they just stopped and they picked
it's a house beer.
Yeah, it's the house beer. So anyway, but that being said, the spicy salt or rim, the lime, the whole bit. So
I don't know why they didn't use Tahini.
Just talk to them, chef. Anyway, So I found a website called Chicano.com, which I love beyond all measure. And they have a Michelada recipe that, as far as I can determine, is as close to this Michelada as I was drinking at this South American restaurant. Because once again, do not remember which country the food was from, but it was farther south than generally what we would call Mexican food. So anyway, I texted Karen the other day and said, let's just do the soda, because we were going back and forth about this. Most of the soda, the Oritos, I'm sorry, I can't say Horitos. I'm saying Oritos.
Would you like a big glass of Horitos?
Only black friend. Ah! Okay. Oh my gosh, you're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me.
No, it keeps getting better.
Oh my gosh. And we're at I have no idea what we're at. Anyway, it says that we've been filming for 8 minutes and 22 seconds.
I think that means 1 hour and 8 minutes.
Probably. Probably. Okay, so anyway, I texted her this recipe and said, okay, let's just do the soda, because we could not agree on which. The sodas are so sweet, and which means that if you add alcohol, any of those drinks are going to be very sweet. I said, do you mind? Can I please make a batch of micheladas? So we'll have the sodas. We're going to have full-on street taco, burrito, smorgasbord. And then can I, make a picture of micheladas? And she said yes. So I'm so happy, because we're going to make micheladas.
And now you got the recipe.
I know, from Chicano.com. So I'm so excited. And, okay, because I'm tipsy. If anybody watching this video thinks that I am culturally appropriating Mexican culture, I'm so sorry.
They're too busy laughing at the way you're saying it.
That being said, I lived in Los Angeles for 1,000 years. I lived in San Francisco for 1,000 years. And I beyond love anything. Burritos, just all Mexican style food I love, including the micheladas. So I'm so sorry if it's appropriation, but I just want to make it because I love it so much. And in Oregon, oh my gosh. Is there a decent Mexican place in Oregon? I'm sure there are. And any that are, I'm so sorry. I haven't found you yet. Woodburn?
Yeah. So you go up I-5, go to Woodburn, and then everybody was like, oh yeah, over on that side with the Woodburn Outlet Mall. On the other side of I-5 is the little town of Woodburn, Louisi's.
Louisi's?
You go in there, first thing you realize is like everybody's speaking
Yay! Spanish. Oh my gosh, I love Chinese restaurants where I'm the only person speaking English.
Yeah, which is a good sign.
Okay, good.
And line out the door on the weekend. You want to go during the weekday if you can, because line out the door, which is also a good sign
for any restaurant.
And like anything that you can imagine Mexican, you can start. Now, when most people think like Mexican, like, okay, where are the sauces? When I said that, you picture just two different sauces, green and red. That's all you picture.
There's 1,000.
They walk up with a tray. 4 red, 1 pink, 3 green. Oh. And then they'll tell you, like, here's what we recommend. It's your tray. Do what you want. But like, oh, you're ordering a chile relleno. We recommend that sauce. I'm doing enchiladas. We recommend these 2 sauces.
Can we put it on the calendar for the 4 of us? I'm telling you. And Brent, and go.
I'm telling you.
Let's go.
Because I run into people
Tina,
who are
put it on the calendar.
Transplants from California. I'm like, all right. And we say, I'll be honest with you, like it's going to be a stretch here. It's going to be nothing of the quality Mexican that you're used to in California. That's why I'm like, okay, they're going to Palm Springs. Like, what are you going to eat? I'm like, Mexican every night.
Always.
And we'll love it.
Forever.
Right. So when you get the transplants from California, I go, trust me. And like, they're like, I don't know. And they're like, Keith. I'm like, why would I exaggerate? I'm like, that's it. That is it. Like, go to Louisi's. And yeah, it's legit.
Buoy, your barrel-aged Barleywine ale is amazing.
The only knock I have on this place,
Okay,
and this
so
is the
sorry,
only knock,
Keith.
is they don't have a liquor license.
What the
Right, I know. So, no cervezas, no margaritas, but it is the best Mexican in the state of Oregon, and I don't say that lightly. The best Mexican in the state of Oregon.
Would they be sad if we took it to go and then
no, you could get
took
it
it to a bar with a good tequila?
Right.
Okay.
That's what you do.
All right. No, let's make a date.
Yeah, it's a hidden gem in Oregon.
And I think we need to put on the calendar for you and Tina to come spend a weekend here.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. So, speaking of Mexican, I told Brent the other day, I said, I'm craving homemade burritos. So what we do is we go buy the Kahlua pork from the Hawaiian place on Main Street in Springfield.
You make it out of that?
And then I make Mexican rice with sofrito. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And then we mix whole beans and canned beans, and we put a bunch of spices in. So we've got homemade rice, mixed beans, the meat, and I like tomato, lettuce, and a bunch of cheese. And then we just make our little homemade. Oh my gosh,
like a burrito bar.
Oh, it's so good. So yeah, maybe that's what the four of us will have to drink.
You don't have to drink. It's optional.
It's 8:07 on a Tuesday night. I'm drunk off my
like
I
have to force this down.
Okay, before we go, because I think we're like way over an hour, and we try to keep it to an hour, but we drank 4 beers, and I'm still drinking my 4th. The last thing I want to say is last weekend, You Play, which is the nonprofit that teaches everybody to play disc golf, had their big fundraiser down in California.
Okay.
So shout out to our besties, friends of the pod, Brent and Ginny, for buying one of the auction items. And it's a beautiful, beautiful original painting that they bought that was made by Nate and Val and their son Luca, and I think it was Todd that was the artist, but they all live in Bend, so it's Big Oregon. So the painting is going to live in Newport. So thank you so much for doing that and for donating to You Play.
When you say Newport, is it going to be at Brent and Ginny's?
Yeah, it's going to be at Brent and Ginny's because they have
which I've never seen.
Oh, that's the other thing we need to do.
Some people
we need to party in Newport.
Some people get let in. Some people don't.
Bullshit.
You can tell me about the art.
Anytime. So yeah. So anyway, we need to party at Newport. We need to put a date on the calendar, Brent and Ginny, where all of us, and you know who all of us is, come up to Newport and just hang out for the weekend. It is so
I know who all of us
fun.
is also.
Yes,
yeah, I know. I love Newport.
It's fantastic.
It's great.
Anyway, let's do it. I'm going to finish drinking my beer off camera because I think we're like way over. But anyway.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Tell everybody. Friends drinking beer. We love you.
That's right. Tell your mom you love her.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day.
I'll tell her
to
mom I
all
love
the
her.
moms. Yes, you must.
It's recorded. It's documented.
I don't know what holiday is in June, but we'll figure it out and we'll drink more beers.
Juneteenth.
So, Juneteenth. Juneteenth.
Yeah, remembers her Mexican friends, but.
Oh. Seriously.
That was so easy.
On that note, we love you. Goodbye.